Vivek, now I come to a very interesting question, and this question pertains to people who are fresh into service management, who are fresh coming out of colleges and joining organization. And one of the areas that I keep referring and I keep hearing is that they only want to get into coding, and they feel coding is the area, and service management might not fit into that. So, in your opinion, what is the relationship between IT service management and the entire software lifecycle?
Sunil, thank you very much for this very relevant question. I come from a coding background, so it makes I can answer this a bit better, is what I feel. For us, when we started our journey in this stream, everything was just about coding, and we were given the impression that this part is the complete picture. But once I started getting into the thick of things, I realized that coding and initial design and development of the product is maybe 20 to 30%. And the entire rest of the journey will be on implementation and supporting the product and the services on a day-to-day basis. Unless and until I understand, one, the customer requirements, the other, how the customers and the users are using it, and the challenges that are there on real time, I will not be able to effectively write code or modify code. So the coding part of it is one small bit of it initially. And a good professional will be able to and has to come into the service management area wherein the day-to-day operations are happening, understand how the customers and users are using their systems and the services, and be able to modify the services on a day-to-day basis. For that, all the things that we explained in my previous responses about understanding and managing the services, creating the right kind of services, all of that will come into play. So what I would say is, initial design and development is a smaller chunk, and the service management and an ongoing maintenance is a larger chunk. So I would invite professionals to look beyond, especially people who have not entered the zone, to look beyond just the initial part of it and to look at the entire life cycle as such. There is a different world here altogether.
No, absolutely. And what I've also seen is wherever there is mass recruitment, there is ITSM recruitments, right? Most of the mass recruitments, if somebody is recruiting 300 people, 400 people, 1,500 people, 1,000 people, it's always for the support and delivery, right? Because that's the, as you said, 70, 80% of the software life cycle, and you need more and more and more people to support. The development part is more restricted and less, although everything is important, but that's the initial part. And then the operations takes over. Yeah, the IT ops takes over and goes with that. So I think that's a very relevant and an important aspect, especially for people who are fresh into the IT support, IT development tracks in the profession. So thank you for that.
If I may add just one additional comment, Sunil. Unless and until the individual or the coder programmer understands how the services are delivered, even initially they cannot write good software. So I would actually say that the entire life cycle should be based on service management, not just the 70-80%. I would say the entire 100% should be based on service management. You, as a seasoned professional, understand this. We do this on a day-to-day basis. And I think as a community, we should go out to the external world, and especially to candidates who are starting their career, and talk about this more.